Yes, we're going to Cuban! How we doing, boys? Alright?
Good.
Everyone good?
Magic guy.
Yeah.
Good, mate. Good. Really good. No good, actually. I got a CBT dummy from my jelly from my neighbour yesterday. Can't sleep. Took it. Watching Champions League highlights, I'm like that, mate. And she goes, is that working then? Up all night, mate. And now I feel drowsy as fuck.
Is it
Why would she do that?
legal one or
No, it's legal.
You're cannabis.
CBD, they're alright, isn't they? The wee jellies.
You get a fuck.
Get a fag,
Tell them, let's get a whole spliff. Man, innit? You sit with a spliff.
Anything on news this week?
Anything
You've been travelling, Dale, so there must be something.
Ryanair.
Just them in general.
But I need them. I need them at times.
How
but
long have you been
Ryanair.
doing?
You press week, Ryanair?
No. Where was it? Edinburgh. No, KLM. Oh, by the way.
You're right.
I tip my cap to them, by the way. They're brilliant, aren't they? There you go.
You get 2 drinks on there, then.
No, they feed you and everything. Give you drink. Aye, they're brilliant. They're gorgeous looking women. They're you'd love it.
And gorgeous looking guys as well.
Aye. Because I know where you're going your holiday.
Well, you've said it.
Aye, between Torremolinos and Benalmadena.
Aye.
Myself.
Very nice.
What is that, Fingrola?
Very nice.
Finger it.
What do you mean?
Finger it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm not
between
fingering
them?
anybody. I'm not going down that route. Turning my penis down to finger.
Wait a minute. What do you mean between? They're like, you can't
They're
get
on
in
the
between.
aye,
They're
you
right
can.
beside each other.
Aye, you can.
You can't. Torremolinos, then Benalmadena. That's it.
No,
There's nothing in between.
finger on and then down.
No,
There's all the different
Marbella, but not in between. It's Benalmadena, Torremolinos, then you go to...
Oh, but they're connected.
Aye, that's what I mean, so no in between.
Aye, well, you know what I mean. Aye,
It's just turned into a place in the sun, man, isn't
I
it?
know.
Fuck's sake.
I'm going to scud you. I'll tell you now, I'm going to scud you at pickleball.
Mate.
I know what is it we used to.
Aye.
Very
He's been bad.
You said that about the snooker.
Listen, he's
Forget that.
he's ripping arse out you at snooker, right?
So we're
You
gonna
told
play-
everybody you were good at snooker.
No, but it was a bad week last
What was your score last week?
You're fucking bad 2
5-1,
weeks.
was it again?
5-1.
That was
I was fucking awful last week.
He'd go.
Oh, terrible one.
I was good though.
Billy.
Aye.
Because you took Big Kevin, all the way.
Aye,
Now you're
aye.
challenging him, now you're taking on Faddy.
Silver medals all over the place. Copy Andy with the medal
comes,
set.
No, I got a haircut last week, so the guy's about to tan for 6 weeks, so I said to him, just like go for in between Scott Allen and Charlie McCrew.
In between.
What did they say? I'm a hairdresser.
A magician, man. It's a magician you need. What, you have some people in your house just now?
Oh, mate, my house is upside down.
Some people in here. Right, on you go.
Why, we workies.
Oh, right.
But have you ever noticed now with I hate tradesmen. Just,
You hate big men, you hate...
What tradesman watches, mate? Thanks very much.
but
Poor
apart
that,
from-
it's poor that, so poor.
Very poor. We love
They
to be
come
a
in. They come
working
into your
men.
house, right? Have you ever noticed that they go, much as that, mate? 75, just make it 100. Right? Everything's £100. Everything, no matter what it is. And here's one for you, and asked him, do you feed them?
Oh, well, no, you probably wouldn't, but your missus will. Well,
hold on.
when you had a missus. But you know, but the woman do
when
that.
you used to be
I know.
married, that.
The woman do that. That's what they feel they want to give them. Aye.
You want to
But
feed them.
They
You want
do.
to feed them.
But
But
they
give
be-
them tea and coffee and that.
But a
leave a
lot of
few
them do get
biscuits,
fed well.
they
I've
want
known over the
rolls.
years. Aye.
They want rolls. Rolls and...
I should give them a menu.
You quite
Yeah,
get
here's a
you
menu,
doing me a
mate.
favour?
What you want?
No, they get
Sorry,
paid.
they're not taking money for it.
No, the reasoning is, Faddy, the reasoning
Well,
is,
feed them.
if you feed them, they're going to do a good job.
Mate, and fucking
They're going to do a good
actually
job.
buy stuff.
If you treat them like shit, they'll say, fuck you. So you treat them right, you give them a wee cup of tea.
Aye, but you're missing a key point here. He's not paying for them to do the
Oh,
work.
you're not pit?
They're my mates.
Ah, you need to feed them.
well,
Right,
right.
miserable
Yeah,
bastard.
feed them.
Fucks.
I give
But
them
you still feed them.
Ah, of course. You're a miserable bastard,
Give them a
man.
wee
Still,
something.
you're getting it for nothing.
A wee Empire biscuit or something.
Yeah, but
Aye.
No, get the rolls in.
No, I wouldn't
brought
go.
them
I'd
Kit
give them a wee...
Kats.
Oh, well, aye.
That's all right, aye.
What are they doing? Cement in your face?
chunky. What are you fucking talking about? Fucking receding out there.
Oh, ready to get
Fucking carnival.
Ding, ding.
Come on.
Fucking hell.
Don't rise there.
Fucking knob jockey around there.
No jockey, man. Amazing.
You passed that heat on him.
I know.
On a lighter note, I wanted to ask you about Dylan McGeouch's Doug being called Lenny.
Ah, it's brilliant.
When how good
the other day.
Doug went on Northern Irish accent. Did you ever hear a pet that you named after a hero? You still
Andy.
got your wee Doug Schofield?
We had a budgie called Andy
Budgie?
Tom. Remember Andy Tom, the Celtic player?
Celtic, yeah.
We had a budgie called Andy Tom.
Full name. Do I have a middle name now?
Aye, so that was a way back. Andy Tom. That's weird when we never spoke.
Yeah, you
even
and
had
Mario,
a budgie.
I think it was
family thing.
I think it was my dad picked it.
Was it no two budgies or just one? Just one called Andy
Strange you
Tom?
say that. I don't know why it was called two names.
Andy Tom was the worst player out there, 4 good ones as well.
Aye,
Van
the Canny,
Hooydonk, Canny, Tom, and
Good though.
but you wouldn't have named. You went for the other three.
And my dad loved him for some reason, so that was my budgie. It was called him.
Plus you would have to, like the other ones you would just say the Canny or Cadet or Van Hooydonk. Andy Tom.
Andy Tom.
Andy
And
Tom
I
the
had
budgie.
a hamster called Seaman.
Seaman?
No way. Fuck,
Swear to God. Genuinely with hamster.
And that wasn't named after the goalie, was it?
Was he white? A wee white hamster.
Any use?
No,
No, we're enjoying you.
no, keep going.
Come on,
Get back on.
get through the zoo. The wee elephant.
You ever heard any?
Named after somebody.
What, a football player?
No,
So?
I don't think so. No.
He's got dogs now.
Aye.
Called
Poppy.
after what?
Nothing.
Just like that name.
What's your wee rabbit called?
Oh, Paul and no.
No.
No, after Edmonds. Well, Gordon Duncan had a dog called Faddy, didn't
Aye, oh, Gordon Duncan loves him. I couldn't believe that.
No, but it would be if he's a Motherwell fan. That was
He's
Ah,
gonna
but
be-
hold
gonna
on,
be
no
that,
disrespect. Faddy was a legend at Motherwell, right? And I totally understand that bollocks, but
That
you
bollocks, like.
think about growing up, you're not going to go for somebody
That you
Like
that plays for
Faddy.
your team.
You're working.
Like Faddy, how?
Imagine letting somebody
No.
play for the team you support.
What's the
mental.
age difference
You doesn't.
between?
I bet-
Well, kinda.
Right, who was your hero growing up?
David Cooper. Sort of shadow doubt. Loved him.
Oh, see, I went the other way,
And
man.
no,
yours?
David Cooper.
I like people like Gert Muller.
But you're not really a football fan.
Gerd Müller.
You know who Gert Muller is?
David.
Of course, the German
So I
striker,
was-
but...
Brilliant. Johan Cruyff.
That's everybody. That's
Of course you
Did you go to football though? Did you go to games when you were
Fucking Sepp Blatter
I
over there,
used to
man.
go, aye.
FIFA president.
See, that's the
Cruyff
difference. You go
and
to
Muller.
watch your hero, didn't you? Or somebody you want to be
Somebody
like.
you watched every
You
week
want
would
to
be
be
a
like
hero.
him, didn't you? That's how it was cooked. You're not going to get to see Gerd Muller, are you, every now and again? On the telly, aye. But- And
Who
that's
was
why
yours?
you wait outside the ground and
Paul
all.
McStay.
Sorry.
Was it Paul McStay?
Oh, McStay.
Did you ever get to meet him?
The hat.
Met him, aye. As I've
name
been
is
older,
that?
but
Great
when I was
guy.
younger, I wanted
Yeah.
to play centre mid. Paul McStay.
I don't. What do you mean? Did I ever get to meet him?
I never asked you, I asked him.
Paul McStay. Surely met Paul McStay.
Are you alright, you did?
He lives in
I
Australia.
worked, aye. He's, I
He's
mean,
not lived in Australia all his days. He played with Celtic for years.
Aye, I know him.
That was the difference with age.
Can I come in here?
He
I
finished
give him
playing
that
it
attention
in
here,
like
man.
94.
Keep going.
I would have been 11.
Oh, fuck. What age are you?
I didn't know that. That McStay was your... I worked with Paul as well. Paul had a company called Soccerriculum, where the old firm
What?
player called Soccerriculum. When the idea was, I think you
said
fucking
it
laughed.
I guarantee that's a business never done well,
Because it was
didn't
a
it?
brilliant idea.
It should have been a run for these two because they've not got a clue.
Because it was like a Celtic
what I
Rangers
mean.
players get into all the schools round about Glasgow.
Soccer school.
You know, so, and it was a bit of coaching, but believe it or not, a bit of education as well.
Do you?
Aye, believe it or not, aye.
Or do you
To be
think
fair, he was a good player, wasn't he?
Paul was top draw, absolutely.
You must have played against him.
Played against him numerous times, and if you didn't get close, he would just run the show. So you had to target him or make sure he didn't play as well as what he.
Who was your
he
hero
was top
then?
drawer, Paul.
Larson, I'd say.
Aye.
What about you? Finger of fudge.
Larson or Tom, man. Tom or Larson,
Aye, last.
Larson is
100%.
last thing, right? What
John
to ask you this? My mate, what about this? My mate in Dundee won a £3 scratch card, won £1 million
Aye.
last week. If you won £1 million tomorrow, what would you do? What's the first thing you'd buy? You'd just stick it on the bundle, wouldn't you?
Under it.
Stick it with other
What would
millions.
I buy?
I know what I would do, but
What would you do?
I would get to there's one or two people that need a few bob now. That I'm not naming them, but I would get.
Me and him.
Yeah.
But aye, because then I'm trying to. I'm just saying, just hold fire. I will not be long before I'm dead.
My daughter's 17
You'll be all right.
next
For
week.
fuck's
Buy
sake,
her
we're burying you.
You buy a motor?
Aye.
Did you have?
A motor?
My daughter, she's 17.
Oh, aye.
Buy
You
a
want to
motor.
sit in? Aye.
Aye, you'll buy a motor anyway. Wouldn't you?
For 100 million quid, buy it.
You can't say a thing, did you?
I know.
Somebody said that your face gets cemented, by the way, no me.
No, but you buy her water anyway. It's what you would do different with £1,000,000.
What would you do then?
Give people that need it. There's a few.
Get some good tradesmen.
You're different with money, aren't you? In terms of. You're obsessed with money. So that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm no bit rough.
Spend $3.50 in that coffee shop.
Can't take this.
Right, what are you buying? Hurry up, come on.
I would go and live abroad.
Would you, huh?
Whereabouts? That's a good shout.
Torremolinos.
Sorry, aye.
And between
And between Benedictina and Torremolinos.
Lenny, what you done, mate?
I'll go for a month safari in Africa.
Oh, wow.
Fucking hell. You're going to call the animals names and all that?
Andy Tom.
Aye.
What's for Andy Tom? Searching for Andy Tom.
Is that what your dad said? Oh, the budgies flew away to Africa. I think you're young. You're looking for that.
He went to Amsterdam and we seen him, didn't he?
Fucking plenty of LL. Then I couldn't ask you, mate. You were obviously away. How was the whole thing, mate, the whole trip? The two trips,
Torremolinos?
both.
Aye, both, aye.
We did miss you last week.
No, he's never. Don't tell lies. No, I think it was the Tuesday night. We were there for 3-4 days. I can't even remember. It's a bit of a blur. And we get a FaceTime normally for Lewis, so we can see Lake. My granddaughter, Lewis's daughter. But it was different. We were just ready to go for a wee meal, me and the missus, and he looked a bit flustered and then he just says, "It's all happening. That she's in hospital." He was actually talking to Carol. I was just listening in. And that's the first time I could hear it in his voice and I could see him. I could see he's a wee bit flustered. He says, "So it's all gone." He says, "So just to let you know that it's all happening." So as soon as that, we're at dinner, a wee bit of shock, try to get flights and all that.
Try to get flights,
sorting them out and all that. Well, Carol was. So then the next day we were off to Italy, and again totally unexpected because I've been dying to go to watch him, and then so it was magic because I go there. I've got a beautiful wee granddaughter. She's 4.5 weeks early, but then as well as that, I get to see him against Milan on the Thursday night, and I got to see him on Sunday. So it was games that I was kind of wanting to go to, but I was scared to ask the missus, can I go? Do you know what I mean? But then I'm there, so it was a brilliant, so it was a hat trick. I've got a beautiful...
What a life you've got. Beautiful. Well done.
Go on, Dale.
Aye, and that's the first time in a long time that I've saw him like that, you know, because he's so calm, cool about everything collected, but I could tell right away that he was on edge. So, and Lauren's fine as well, because I know, because it was going through my mind, I know you can get into his history, like, you just want them here, there, and safe, everybody safe and well. So when we go there, thankfully, everything's
everything all right?
Everything's brand
And he named her Andy Tom.
We're going to get you to name her. But Lorena, a beautiful, an Italian, so she's a wee Italian born there.
Of course.
So it's magic, innit, as well. So I'm chuffed to bits.
I'm going to make I bet she plays for Italy one day. On the women's team.
I tell you what.
Good shout.
Aye.
Better not.
Getting the Scottish team.
Keep them Scottish.
No, I'm right. Aye, you're right, by the way.
How good is Lewis playing, mate? It's incredible, isn't it?
Do you know something? I'm going to say, because I'm always kind of, it's not that I put him down, but...
You just don't boast enough.
Well, I'm going
boast a wee bit more,
well, see,
go for it.
even with what he went through the last few days and what he went through this season, he come back for injury, I'm not going through it all, but his performance against Milan, I was like,
Did you have your wins whilst you were playing?
Aye.
Like you had games close. You always played well, didn't you? And you had the wins.
Aye.
Even though you were tired.
And that was the thing I was going to say, Faddy, because he didn't have much sleep, and he was knackered, and he loves his sleep, because it's part of training, it's part of your recovery. He sleeps all the time, eats, sleeps, trains. So, and I was wondering what it was going to, what it would take out of him, but no, he was phenomenal. But the manager's quite clever. He played him for 70 minutes, then they ended up winning again. But then on the Sunday, didn't they start him? And they were a wee bit flat on Sunday in the first half, and it was a kind of full house. But then they brought Lewis on and Odegaard, and I'm going to say it, he got the game by the scruff of the neck. So he did. He's playing deeper now. Doesn't he play?
Does he like that better?
I don't think he's got any preference.
Where would you play him?
He likes him deeper, doesn't he?
I do. Aye, but then he's proved me wrong, hasn't he? Because in that row under Mota, further forward, he's been.
It's just good to see he's a midfielder, isn't he?
He done
It's not
one.
just he can do that and he can't do that.
But he done one thing in Sunday that was brilliant, because it was going last 10 minutes. They were 2-1 up. A few of the players were getting a wee bit fatigued, and it was a player that was playing kind of wide right. It was dangerous, and he took off. He went past one or two of them, and Lewis just went. He kind of sensed it, and he flew past a few of the Bologna players, right across, took the ball off him, and it wasn't to take the ball off him, play it safe. Then he went fucking try to.
See, when Lewis played in the youth team, did his youth team play 4-4-2? Remember?
A different. Well,
But you had to do both. You had to do both, but forward and back.
Aye.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Aye.
I'd go
And
back to that.
You know, I've said that to you.
No, just being a 6 or
You need to learn
do both.
different roles within the same
Aye.
position. It's not just this is what you are, specialise, and then you don't know how to do anything else.
So it was in Sunday. I just sat. Sometimes I try to, and I don't know if this will make sense. You try to think it's not my boy. I'll sit back and I'll watch it for.
He thinks the same a lot. As well.
It's not my dad. I hope that's not my dad. You're again, aye. Oh, I get pelted. I know, but I made a wee mistake and I apologise. Aye, because James come here as well. Lauren's there, because Lauren's mum was over.
Did he not play with Rangers? I'm sure he's mentioned it before.
Aye, he's mentioned it quite a lot, James. By the way, he's a great lad.
Yes.
Right, he's a great lad. So he came here on the Friday. So and the girls come in. We went down to get some food and drinks in, but then we get led astray. On the way back up, we met some. We went in. I know. We went into a wee cafe bar. Right, honestly,
That would have surprised you so much as well. That you led us through.
with the intention, honestly, I just get in and having a couple of beers and up the road. I went to the toilet after a couple of beers, come back out, because these guys were all moaning about. And then the next thing they were like, staring at me. James had told them who.
Boy was.
And they looked a wee bit shady, right? And I'm going like that. But they were ultras. So the next thing, the whole thing changed, didn't it? So food was out, drinks were out, they fed and what.
You couldn't leave then.
Well,
You couldn't leave then.
No, well, you couldn't. You didn't want to. But the hospitality was unbelievable. So me and James had a right good wee kick at the ball.
With the ultras?
Aye, and then so we got up a bit late and a bit worse for wear. So aye, we were in the dog's house. So we went a wee bit early in terms of waiting.
Did you get a wee beer with Lewis to wet the baby's head, or did you not do that at all?
No, we got into a row for Lewis.
Did you for doing that? For doing that?
Aye.
So did the ultras like him? Eh?
No, we get into the house, it was the next day, Lewis was like, you fucking gave it to us. Started like that, okay.
You and the two daughters like that? You and the two daughters?
Before he gave you into trouble, I bet the two of yous are like, back here the more.
Amazing. Right, so Lenny, as ever, the Coop Show is brought to you by our partners at
SBK. For Thursday night football, SBK will be offering a 25% bet builder based on any of the Europa League matches, including the massive match between Rangers and Fenerbahce.
And for the weekend, we have a 20% Scottish Cup ACCA boost. Not only that, but with the Cheltenham Festival just round the corner, there really is no better time to sign up to SBK. Take it away.
Not only will you receive £40 in free bets when you sign up and place a first bet of £10, but you can also take advantage of SBK's great offers throughout the week, including a free ACCA every day of the festival. T&Cs apply. 18 plus, please gamble responsibly.
You just love the Cheltenham Festival?
Amazing.
Good, isn't it? He's been.
When have we gone down to the SBK?
SBK are getting in a box, mate. We're all going down a hit.
So I'll not be watching it.
He's not, the Lewis is not letting him go.
Have you ever
should
been,
go to
Faddy? You ever been?
Aye, never seen a race.
We Everton, Faddy?
I done that.
Where the Guinness Village didn't see it. It's watched it on the telly.
I done that at your Grand National. Never seen a horse.
Did you know that?
Never
It's
just
brilliant,
went-
no.
the,
It's brilliant.
the hospitality racing.
Aye.
Tremendous.
You can't compare here with Cheltenham, sorry, mate.
No, but it was,
It's all good there.
Same story though.
You been to Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Cheltenham at Hamilton races.
It's not that much of a chance. Oh, I like Hamilton.
Right,
they're
You're
not funny.
pulling Hamilton, you're fucking short journey.
Aye, we love it, mate. We love
Cheltenham,
it.
Cheltenham.
We love
You're really good,
Cheltenham.
Cheltenham.
Sorry, aye,
Good.
Cheltenham different gravy, man.
I just Cheltenham. My favourite week of the year.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's brilliant. Link to sign up to an account is in the description box below. T&Cs do apply. 18 plus, please gamble responsibly. And also, Slaney, we're going down to Ali Pally. Your big mate
Breaking
Duncan
news.
Ferguson has been confirmed. What a guest.
Well done, big dunk.
It'll be amazing.
No, it'll be terrible. Aye, it will be. It will, because I think that he'll tell you loads of stories.
Can't wait,
Loads. It'll be good. It'll be good. I think he's...
How will it be with me, Faddy? Is the type, see if I said something it's like a joke, could they take me serious or would they be annoyed with me, do you think? Sometimes I get
kind of
under,
joke?
I don't know, but sometimes I get under people's skin a wee bit and they don't take too well to me. Or but he seems the guy that everybody loves him, though, don't they?
I wouldn't crack.
He texts me saying I'm worried
Would
that
you
I'm
not?
drunk, I'm going to end up battering Big Dunk.
Don't start
I've
that.
seen somebody try to take a piss up before and they just knocked him out.
Aye, I can imagine that.
Nah, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Nah, he's good.
Amazing.
Aye,
I can't wait.
Are you going to slot his gear or something? Or?
No, I don't mean that. I just mean like run a bootman or that. How you talk.
No, he'll be good. He'll be
Brilliant.
Aye,
Can't wait
he'll
for
be
him.
good.
Going to be a great night. Make sure you're there if you're based around London or fancying away day for an open goal show on Saturday the 29th of
He might batter O'Hara.
Do you think we could play Clipsy, O'Hara, Slot and Scotty football?
Aye, yeah, what a good shout.
That's what the plan is, to
Wind
get
up-
the two against each other.
Wind them up. Aye.
Imagine he punched fuck out O'Hara at the Ali Pally, man.
Just get.
That'd be amazing.
Big
Come out of the
gun,
box.
He might not even know who O'Hara is.
Do you know that? That'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
Oh,
No, I'm only kidding.
that's
Tickets are available in the link in the description box below, or can scan the QR code on your screen now.
Is that a Sunday?
Saturday night, mate. Saturday night in London. Get yourself
Some
down.
gig in it to get that.
Can't wait.
Isn't it?
Aye.
Top draw.
And maybe another big name getting announced soon as well. That'll go really well with Ferguson.
He's bigger than the two of them.
Think? I think Ferguson's massive.
You're not putting Ferguson in.
A Scottish guy, no Scottish.
I know.
No,
Aye,
English
I know.
guy.
English guy. Oh,
You just put Dunk in.
No, I know. I
beside
didn't mean
O'Hara.
that.
Oh, that's
No,
mad. Wait, we'll play that in the night. We'll play that on the
Don't go back you.
We'll play that on the night. So, Derek, great week for you with your granddaughter being on. No, just that your brother got announced as a Rangers.
Aye.
When did you first hear about it?
like anybody else. And then, because as soon as I heard, just sent a wee text off. Get the text back. It was a day or two later, but I can understand, man. It's everything that was going on at that time, absolute whirlwind, wasn't it, for him? And then
You surprised when you heard it?
do you know something? See, initially I was, then I went, no, it makes sense because he's already there in the ambassador role. Then I'm thinking, and I was thinking about what was the attendance going to be for the next few months, you know, with, is it the Moroccan guy that's there? And I'm thinking, I think the fans were ready to vote with their feet. So I think it was a good and a sensible decision to get Barry in, but also with Neely, Billy and Big McGregor, because they're legends of the club. The fans still remain and always will love them, you know, and hold them in the highest respect. So it made sense to get them in. And the other thing is, Barry's been in football, he's been a captain, always been a top player, but getting Billy and Neely in there as well, I think was important. They're two managers that he's got beside, two guys that have got great knowledge of the game, understand it. And when I listen to them, when they're talking about football, I listen to them. Believe it or not, I do, because I think they understand the game. They see the game really well. So that's great for Barry to have that beside. So it just made sense.
Were you proud when he got it?
Of course, aye, because I was thinking about my dad as well. Because my dad always wanted his boys to be football players. You know, my dad always wanted his boys to play for Rangers. So Barry's captain Rangers, played in European finals, and now he's got that opportunity where he's managing, because it's to my Pat Vigilante managed Rangers as well, but it was a game, but it didn't matter, he managed them.
The Fairland, wasn't it?
Aye, brilliant. So, and then Coisty as well, obviously, was in charge as well for a number
I mean, you're
of years.
going to go next time.
Aye, that make it.
You want to be manager or what?
No, I'm not being manager. You
You're
kidding me?
assistant.
You're manager, aye. You just get me running about.
These negotiations.
Aye.
Do you want to be manager? Oh, no, you can be manager.
No, but it's brilliant. So
I'll take the first game you take.
He's the manager if they win.
Aye.
You're the manager.
The only thing is, so Barry was there with your dad being the captain, you weren't, and now he's the manager. It's went like that.
No, my dad's different. I tell you what, if out of the lot, tell my dad. I listen to you and you talk about your dad. My dad never screamed or shouted at us. You know, he spoke. He would point you in the right direction and tell you things. He sees. So my dad's
Mad that your son does that and your dad never, innit? Isn't it? It's fucking completely flipped.
no, but he's great because he's always got. Because on FaceTime's a brilliant thing because my dad talks to Lewis as well, so it's great. And
Does he listen to him?
aye.
Aye.
But my dad's always wants to take the piss a wee bit as well.
does he?
He's a wee bit like that, but then he come a wee serious bit about me, and then he'll just say, no, you could maybe do this, you could do that. So
Is your dad able to get to Ibrox? Has he been to watch Barry Bean?
he doesn't. But that's another story because he get too nervous. My ma chucked it early doors. My dad, I was really surprised when we used to go and watch Barry when I wasn't playing or working. It was a big surprise to me. My dad was a nervous wreck, so he was. I didn't realise that sitting there. So and that used to kind of up me a wee bit that he was there nervous because there would be people there shouting things, as you know, and it comes with the territory, and it used to upset my dad.
He's got to go once while he was a Rangers manager.
Of course he has. Depending on I'm a Rangers fan, right? Of course. I'm a Rangers fan. I just want the best for Rangers, so and it's just crazy that your wee brother was in charge.
It's mad,
It's mad, isn't it?
It's crazy, man. Watch your
So aye.
Start singing, you don't know what you're doing.
What do you make?
Try to get the crowd going.
See the first 2 games, I was just ready to board a plane in Amsterdam going to Italy because we had to go up there. So, and as just as you put it onto plane mode or whatever it is, we're 1-0 done. So I was like that. So I turned it off. But by the time we landed, and then I seen it was 4-2.
Were you buzzing when you seen that?
Of course, because I mean it's been hellish for the punters, hasn't it? So it's a great start, wasn't it? Brilliant start for him because, and I believe they didn't play that well the first half hour. They made changes, turned it around, and obviously they played really well in the second half. So that was credit. But he looks well in the role, doesn't he? You know,
Speaks very well, I know.
His interview's been good.
Very good.
I picked up on that.
And I think that comes with like, being a pundit, being on the radio, and all. It helps all that sort of stuff. But he's comfortable. He's got a confidence about him, a kind of an aura about him. He enjoys that, so suits him down to a T.
It's a good mix in it because you've got Neil McCann, Billy Dodds,
Aye,
and Greg's just come in obviously, but they two have got managerial and coaching experience.
That's aye.
But and they want to do well for themselves, all 3 of them. But they want to do well for Rangers.
Mm-hmm. See the other, see Neil McCann, Billy Dodds. I think it's just my opinion. I think they'd be good managers. They're good managers. They've worked at a good level. And it's just what I'm touching on there. They know the game. See it.
See, on that, and did you expect the performance against Motherwell to be better?
I sat and watched that with a hangover on Saturday, man, and I was like...
With the ultras.
Imagine that.
Who's behind you at that one?
Hey,
Someone watching shite boy.
Rangers
I wasn't allowed to do it. I wasn't allowed to do it that day. I wasn't allowed to do it, so I watched
The Stone Island on. The casuals that watching the Rangers
That
game.
wee flare like
Thank you in the face.
So me and James watched it, and I couldn't believe it, the first half. You're sitting there watching absolute... It's so passive, and I couldn't believe it. But then that's what he's got in front of him at the minute. And the other guys, they've got a group of players, they're like the weather. You don't know what's coming, whether it's going to be good, bad or indifferent. I don't know what you're going to get. I know they've got a big game tonight. They could be brilliant tonight, who knows? And that's how he's going to figure that out. I mean, and
it's hard because you're not going to do that straight away, are you? You
No.
can go in with your demands and...
it's got to be careful with that as well, because I'm thinking he'll have a certain way he's worked at, where it was Kelty or Alloa, you know, it might not work with these guys, you know, because of the egos and everything.
It allows him to go in and tell them.
Aye.
It can just be
And
straight
I
with them
think he will.
because
I think he will,
initially
Paddy.
you would expect, depending on how, I don't know what he would need to do to actually get it long term, but I think that to go in and say, right, you've got this job 10 days season, he can go in and just no do what he wants, but say whatever he wants to players because it's not been good enough.
Aye.
You can't just pick and choose when you play.
And I think he will, and I think what he's got to do as well, and I think he'll sit with, obviously, with Neil, Neely and Billy, and he'll listen to them as well because at the level they've worked at as well. But I hope he doesn't change too much because he was successful as a player and as a captain because he get after people. Sometimes people don't like that. They don't respond to it. So that's why you've got the other two there that can go, there's a good cop, you just say it's a good cop, bad cop.
You
so
fall into that trap, don't you? Because I remember getting into management at first and I thought of the managers I played under,
Yep.
and I thought, I'll try and
replicate them.
And what you do is you forget what
You're all about. Aye.
Just
you don't know why you're doing it. You'll do it, but you don't actually know why you're doing it.
100%, mate. And I think the wee problem now is Ibrox. That's 3 games in a row, Queen's Park, St Mirren and Motherwell. And as much as you say Rangers were terrible, I thought Motherwell were brilliant.
Aye, so
I really did.
they were aggressive, weren't they?
I listened to
Even on
Andy.
the ball, they were good.
I listened to Andy, was it the podcast? I listened to him talking about he said that Motherwell, the manager, says, look, we're going to Ibrox, we're going to press for the front, we're going to play it for the back.
Brilliant.
And Andy's gone, I don't know if we're capable of doing that. But the demands that he put on him, and I think that...
I love that because too many times it's, right, we're not going to have a lot of the ball, we'll sit back and defend, we need to get a wee bit lucky. You're saying straight away, you're not good enough to do what I'm wanting you to do, so we'll do it this way. So to give that wee bit extra belief, look, if a lot of managers get criticised for sticking to their principles, but if that's how they want to play, but early on I think you give the players that belief. The first thing you need in playing in these games is to believe you can win. If you don't believe you can't win, you can
that's
win,
a problem I've got watching that game, because I'm just concentrating totally on Rangers. But one thing I do remember for that game in Saturday was, I remember Halliday with the tackle. He comes flying in, by the way. He hurts himself as well, and that just told you everything about.
Was that Motherwell player he tackled?
It wasn't the manager who said as a cuddling him.
Did you see it hurt himself? But it was, it just everything, the desire, the hunger, the will to win, everything. It just kind of.
Do you know what? Sorry, Dennis.
No, on you go.
I found really strange though, they showed so much passion at Rugby Park against Celtic coming back, so why was such a difference a couple of days later?
It's been the story of Rangers season, where they've not been able to go, they've got results consecutively, but they've not been able to put that level of performance, where the biggest criticism has been, you know, the style and, you know, being too easy to play against. They've just slipped back.
Do you think it's a passion thing though?
I just think it's a mix. That group that's been assembled under Philip Clement, I just don't think it works for whatever reason. Sometimes you kind of stumble on things and it's brilliant. He's tried to do his best, assemble good players, and he had a vision. It's just clearly it's no work.
But passion can only get you so far.
I know.
You know
You need a game plan, don't you?
It's like what would frustrate Barry, and this is what Rangers supporters are talking about. They're saying, well, Barry will let the standards will be this, that and that, right? His biggest team talk would have been Wednesday night against Kilmarnock, right? Before they go out on the pitch. His passion would have been right there. They're too down and playing terrible. They should have been at the game, right? His biggest team talk on Saturday, Ibrox, managing, as you say, what a thrill that would be.
And the homecoming.
Exactly. The stadium's full. His team talking his passion in that dressing room.
Should.
But the players can't carry
I think when you look at what's lacking is it's the hard work, the work rate, the tempo of the game. It's there sometimes, and it gets results. But it's almost like then the next time they go, oh, we're a good team. Pop it, we can do this. We're better.
Like the weather.
And no put the work in that you need to do every single game.
Would you be surprised then if you're sitting tomorrow and you watch Rangers United and they get a result?
No, absolutely not.
No,
Nobody would be with it.
I'd be surprised if Rangers got a result.
I think they can get a result. There you go.
I don't expect them to get one, but if they get, that's what's happened.
See, I think they
big
can.
results.
This is how mad it is, isn't it?
I thought they'd get battered off of Spurs. They didn't.
No.
Doing it at Old Trafford.
They never get back. No.
But Motherwell and Kilmarnock, the performance would be miles off.
I know, but they've done this before.
It's the big games.
Is that 2 games?
See, when you're playing the big games, you're no thinking about being motivated. You're motivated to do well, and you know that I need to be at my best. I'm going to have to work, and I'm going to need to, scrap. You just spoke about Andy Halliday making a tackle. Motherwell were good.
Motherwell were good too, because the manager set them up a lot better.
I know, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can set them up as well as you want, but you still need the bravery. You still need the work rate,
the appetite,
the willingness to go and fly into tackles and be brave and play the right pass. So the system is one thing, and the setup and the instruction. The players carrying it out's totally different. You can have the best ideas in the world. If the players don't carry it out, it doesn't matter.
And that's how I think they will do well tonight, because they'll show that appetite. Mourinho, box office stuff. It's in Europe again. They're performing more often than not, aren't they? In Europe, they've been excellent. I think that's how they'll put in a performance tonight. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting them actually to get a good result.
Do you on the style of play, do you think that will change like the longer they're in? Because for what I've seen, it's pretty similar to what Clement done.
And I think, depending what happens tonight, I think the personnel will change as well. I think he'll have had a look at it.
But I mean, I watched Neil McCann a couple of weeks ago saying like Rangers should be doing this, playing it for the back. Like now that he's in there, should he not be
can
showing
implement
that?
that, and that's what they'll try, and it'll not be like that.
No, but Motherwell managers have been in for 2 years longer. He's trying to do
Long has
it.
the Motherwell manager been in? What?
2 weeks before him.
Is it 2 weeks? Is it right? Aye.
But you've got to look at, you said Neil McCann talking about, really it'll be Barry decides where he wants to play. And then Neil will fit into what he's doing, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Do you think they will eventually go to that?
But in
See
the
that
games,
dynamic?
they had one day
interesting.
before the game to train and get the ideas through. They'd the game, so that was a Tuesday, the game on the Wednesday, recovery day Thursday, one day on the Friday. You can't do it in 2 trainings.
Well, that's what Andy said to one at the Motherwell manager never gave him a recovery day. He says we're going to go through things on the when they would usually have the recovery day.
Be great to be a fly in the wall. You see how the dynamics of that work with Barry, Neely and Billy sitting together and tossing it.
Do you think they've got a similar view on football, they three? Because is that not quite important?
He must have, because he trusts them to bring them in, didn't he? Because there's a lot of talk, he could have brought other people in, right?
Neil and Dodge have worked together at Inverness, I'm sure.
That's right. So Neely went off. He went off.
When Terry was the manager, Dodge was the assistant. So they've worked together. So and they've all known each other for years, I would imagine.
I don't think you can deny
You're not
it.
just bringing your mates in, you're looking and saying, right, they're going to help me.
As Fergie says, it's guys that know the game, right? They talk well, they know the game. But you can only do so much with the players that you've got. You know, you can talk about changing style of play, you can talk about putting character in, you can talk, but if they're not good enough to handle it.
I know, but Motherwell players they're better than Motherwell players.
Well, it's a one-off, isn't it? I think the big problem for them just now is Ibrox. I think because the fans, after 10, 15 minutes, are starting to get really frustrated, and rightly so, because the club needs revamped. It needs taking over. It needs investment. It needs taking a different line. But the fans are frustrated, and you hear that after 10, 15 minutes, and I don't think the players can handle it.
And there's some of the players as well. Some of them are starting to look at to the end of the season. They'll start to think, some of them might go, I'm down tools a wee bit. I'll start to maybe get a wee chance of going here or there, contract wise and all that. So they've all that to factor in. There's so many things. You put them in the pot. That's how.
Well, have a look at the men that is taking a dip. Iggerman, for instance, right? No scoring goals, boom, taking a dip. The argument is a young player, right? The argument, and that happens, we've all been there. Hadji now was a better player when he wasn't playing.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Everybody's
Butland's way off it.
Butland.
Week's a good game, but he's fucking way off it, by the way.
Jeff's drop.
Yeah,
exactly.
Young guys, sometimes with the young players you're saying, but they can't afford to take them out because you're thinking, who are we going to put in there that's actually better? So it's a real struggle, so it is. So there's a whole host of things when I look at it, and that's how it's such a tough job. But that's their job, just get them towards the end of the season.
There is a wee bit difference in terms of mentality as well, because they need to win. They need to win. If they don't, it's a disaster. Rangers need to win games. Like when
but that's what they don't understand as a group of players. They don't understand that everybody, they've got to understand that when anybody plays a Rangers and a Celtic, you could maybe say a certain degree, I don't want to offend anyone, the Hearts and Hibs, they all want that jersey, they all want to beat you, some of them want to be there. So you have got to be up for every game. Every game. You can't cruise through a game. You can't be at 50%. You've got to be at maximum. So that's how it's such a tough job, of course.
I'm going to throw this to the full panel here. I'll start with you, Dazzler. Will the 49ers enterprise consider Barry a long-term manager? Will he be in the pocket?
It's always a hard one, isn't it? Because obviously they're coming in with fresh ideas, they're coming in with investment. They'll be monitoring everything that's happening.
I'm going to throw this one in there and then reads the question.
He's just stopped.
By the way, I shit myself. I thought you were like,
sorry, delayed reaction, but I'm like that. I'm going.
I wouldn't be doing that with fucking Sutton or fucking Lloyd, would he?
I'd be chuckling away myself. If nobody had noticed, I wouldn't have brought it up.
Because I was going like that once he just said.
But I know that you typed that up. It was just to.
I do this every Wednesday night.
Highlighted it, but yeah.
Come on, put your balls in at the table.
Put your balls? You don't want to put that. Hang on, man.
Don't break the table.
The table's not big enough.
Will Barry be in the running for the job?
I think he'll be in the running day. I think with the 49ers come in, they'll keep the guys in charge. I probably would say no. Because I think that takeovers and American companies and everything come in, as I say, they'll monitor it, of course it will be, but I think they'll think it's a fresh start and we're bringing in our own men. And that's what they tend to do. It's not against Barry, it's not against who's in there. I think it would have been the same even if they stayed with Clement to the end of the season, right? They would come in and they'll have their own ideas and they'll have their own people to probably say, right, this is how the club's got to run, this is how we're going to go forward. And I think they would bring in their own guys.
Would they agree with
I kind of agree with that as well. And because I think they probably understand. I think they'll understand that Barry.
That's the thing, Barry will know that.
They'll know that as well, and they'll go back to their other jobs, whether it's been a pundit or whether they get the opportunity to go and manage. But their job, I think, they know at the minute is to take it to the end of the season until the takeover does happen, because they'll want, it'll be right through the club, what Daz is touching on, they'll want the best.
Do you think if you've done like, excellent and won lots of games and done really well, maybe around the Europa League, do you think then they would maybe consider him?
No, they will consider him. Aye, of course. Aye, they're not just going to go right away. It'd be silly, it'd be stupid to do that. So, of course, he just says it, innit? He's answered it brilliantly, because they'll monitor, they'll watch the situation, they'll talk to people, they'll see how it's working, how that dynamic with them all together, and then come the end of the season.
The one thing they will know, and is what the board cleverly done when they get rid of Clement, is if Barry and the staff get them going and three massive games coming up, right, and they've got a momentum, the one thing that is the most important thing to these new owners is they need to fill the stadium.
Aye.
Right, and if these guys Barry
will not get it even if they do well in this season.
No, I don't think he will. But the board recognised that. See, when they go rid of Clement, they had to put somebody in there to bring punters back. The punters.
I know, but these guys aren't taking over a business to keep fans happy. They're coming here to be successful, aren't they?
Oh, they're coming here, but what brings in the revenue is your fans. What brings in the money is fans buying the merchandise. I
know, but regardless of who gets in the summer, Rangers fans will do that if it's a fresh appointment.
I think me personally, they're already talking about Benitez and all these guys. I don't know, right? But I think that if you're coming into Rangers, I think they'll go for a big popular name.
And I think that's what you said there, Si. It's like that's what kind of that hurts me a wee bit, because regardless of what, the Rangers fans will turn up, but they've done it for years and years, and there comes a point. So this is why with this
fresh start,
and this is why this is like, it was like, when I heard about it, it was like music to my ears, put a spring in my step. So we just hope it goes through. But
they'll want somebody that's had a bit of success in the past.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. And who would people be for you? And talk about Russell Martin, Frank Lampard, Rafa Benitez, any of them? Ring your bell.
I don't get Lampard.
What would you?
No, fake up.
He got Premier League, couldn't he? They're in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs.
See, they didn't get Premier League though. Far, do you think they would?
Lampard, he's doing well.
That's what I mean. I don't think you get Lampard.
Even if he stays in the Championship, Faddy, if they don't go up?
I still don't think you get him, because was it interviewed before Clement got it?
As soon as them.
So part of that will be that ship
it's
sailed.
different owners in it now.
And I know it's different owners, but I think for Lampard it'll be that ship sailed. He's shown how well he can do every. But much as people don't like it, everybody wants
for him.
Aye,
Would you?
No.
Before Coventry, he's doing a good. Listen, you can't ignore what he's doing.
I think that for some of the jobs he's got, he's been fortunate, but I think he's been harshly judged
on other jobs.
on the jobs he's done. Like the Chelsea one, he went in at first. That was a transfer embargo. It was play all the young players. He got them in. He got them in the top four, and he brought through Reece James, Mason Mount, Tomori, Tammy Abraham, all these players, and so I think he was harshly judged on that. The Everton job, it was always going to be tough, because the club's been in a mess for.
He got Derby to playoffs, didn't he? Did he get Derby to playoffs?
Got Derby to playoffs. So I know what you're saying. Probably you wouldn't be clamouring for Lampard before he done well at Coventry. I just think now he has done well. As much as people don't like to admit it, people want to play and manage and coach and work at the Premier League. He's close to either taking Coventry up or showing that actually he's a good manager.
See, when you reference everything there, just gets me thinking, because initially I wasn't even thinking Lampard. but then just when you
He'd be able to take on the Rangers job as well, wouldn't he?
absolutely just when I'm fad, just get through that there, and just gets you thinking he'd be able to handle that.
What about Russell Martin? What's your thoughts on him?
Well, you're getting
I'm
style.
not so sure.
You're getting style.
I want to go and
But
And
fans
obviously
have been craving the
They
winter.
have, and he obviously got Southampton up, so it shows that he's got a style and a bit of substance about him. And the players they brought in the summer were never going to be able to play the way he wanted them to play in the Premier League.
And they have got worse since he left.
They have.
What about Benitez?
I would take
He's
him
been-
all day.
Benitez, would you?
All day long.
He'd be box office for
I'll
Scottish
do it.
football.
See,
that's what I thought
I'll
about
do
right
it.
away, but then I'm listening to Faddy talk about Lampard as well, so you can I make you think so?
Based on what, just his record? in the past?
Based on everything, and plus if I look at the other side of City and I look at what they've got, right, Brendan Rodgers, I think you need a big character that really believes in himself as a top manager. He go head to head with.
But it's his football, Daz. It's so boring, isn't it?
I can't, but he's.
Is it winning football? I don't care.
I don't know if it is now,
It
is
used
it
to
though?
be.
Was it winning
It
football
used to
10,
be.
15
As long
years
as it's
ago?
winning
innit?
football, aye, that's what Rangers need. I
like,
get all
I
that
like
style.
Benitez,
and all that.
I like
Win.
the fact of that. Don't get me wrong. I think the argument you put up there, Russell Martin, okay, he went in the
good
Premier
style.
League and fucking died in his arse. But that happens. Lampard is a big like Steven Gerrard, isn't he? Well,
Aye.
he goes in dressing rooms.
But he's managed as well.
He's
Gerrard
ma-
came in and had the managed.
Yeah, aye.
And he's a Rangers fan and bled to believe.
He is, aye.
Lampard,
He
didn't
is,
he?
aye. What?
Is he?
Aye.
Came for a wee Motherwell midfielder at Totally.
He's been up supporting.
All right, okay.
No, the wee Ivor, the wee number 6.
They just might go for a Ted Lasso. You know what I mean? Bring somebody in for outside that we've never heard of.
Well, Muscat's not really been spoken about as much as he has in the
I
past.
don't
Could he
think
be another one?
No, I
that
don't
gone
think,
now.
because again, like
There's
Faddy
things
referenced
where
it about
at times,
he was interviewed,
aye.
wasn't he? And I just think he's no go at it, so he's went.
I know, but if you're like, that was the last boys that didn't want to be one. They were hope boys.
No, but if you look at the timing and where the club was when these guys were either interviewed or under consideration, no long played in the Europa League final, in a better place probably financially. I know that obviously takeover's coming and they didn't get it. This is like, I suppose the other side it is, it's almost like a fresh start for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not a blank canvas because you still need to, you can't just spend loads of money. But I think that where Rangers are right now is in a worse place than when these guys were under consideration before.
On the flip side, who would worry you for a set of, who would you not like to see get it based on them being good?
I wouldn't mind Gerrard back at all. Wouldn't
No?
mind him back, nah.
You know, frightened of him.
Not at all, no. Maybe stupid because he obviously the
You know, he's our second guest on the Ali Palace show. We'll play that as well.
That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing.
do you know
You've done brilliant. You should be back at Rangers. We've always liked you.
I've changed now. I've changed. I'll just say what I feel at any time.
Go for
Good,
it,
love
mate.
it.
Go for it.
Do you know who would give me a wee sort of tinkle? Not tinkle.
You already got one.
Which one? Your finger.
Who would give me a wee sort of slight worry? I think Frank Lampard. I think he's just. I've always
Just come out
liked,
with that, didn't he?
no, I genuinely did. Benitez.
Any name could have came out of his mouth, and he just chose on it the last minute, didn't he?
Who were they talking about?
I heard that-
No, I give
I
you
heard that they
Mourinho's
were in for Hansi Flick. I think they like Hansi Flick.
Mate, Mourinho says
Mourinho threw his
in the press conference yesterday, he said he would love to manage one of the
see
two.
that?
That'd be amazing. wouldn't it?
Aye, but hold on. He said,
He was
right
brilliant.
now, I'm
And I-
happy in my job.
But I don't think he's happy in Turkey, mate. If you've watched his press conferences through the season, he's sick.
He's
the stuff that's
happier.
happening
He's
there.
happier
And I
than
think
that.
the run they've went on, and
Aye.
he started to cheer up a bit, but
Do you think Rangers could afford Mourinho?
enter 49.
Well, the 40, we don't know.
They've got.
Nah, I can't see it ever be Mourinho the new anyway.
Absolutely not.
Maybe it has tail end. I don't know if it's a tail end, but he'll need some sunshine, won't he? A bit.
I-
He doesn't want
But the thing is, like,
to-
I know that he was asked the question
What's
because
in
of
it?
the
I know.
Scottish ones.
I know.
Do you know who would worry me?
Looking at flats in Postle, imagine that.
Buy your rent.
turning up,
There's a
training with his jammies
spare
on.
place next to us.
No, do you know who would worry me, mate? The Bodo Glimt manager.
Aye.
But he's never leaving there, mate, I'm telling you. Chairman's got scuddies on.
He
outstanding.
should.
got
He should,
naked
mate.
pictures of him, he's not leaving.
He should try something else and see if it can work. 'Cause his teams are
100%.
brilliant.
What he's done with that club is just incredible.
Just quickly, we've not asked Eric, since Clement got sacked, were you happy when you heard the news he was away?
Listen, I'm not happy.
That's why you went a 2-day bender, wasn't it, really? A day with the granddaughter.
I'm not happy that anybody gets sacked. You don't, of course, but it had to happen. But listen, he gave his lot. That's all you can ask. Was it good enough? No, it clearly wasn't good enough. So it had to happen. But it's no nice to see anybody in whatever business they're in losing their jobs.
But Big Phil will be living a dream now, won't he? See that? He'll be sitting on a fucking
Mourinho
beach
called him Flamel Clement. See that?
Did he?
He didn't know who he was. Flamel Clement, he called him.
Right, one manager that's no struggling is Big
Like
Vimmer.
Clement's at Ali Pali, isn't he?
Could be the guest.
Oh,
Yeah,
See if
genius.
see if that happened, mate, where something get put up on my screen what I've said about them, I would fall.
Oh, how for you?
Who,
We should just do a show. He just you standing up there, not even saying it, and just
Mate, do you remember
bringing
when-
people on, taking it turns. Right, here's what he said.
Mate, do you remember the one, I think it was last season, where I was on the podcast on the Monday, I went, Faddy was fucking totally rang what he said, it came on the Cooper show and you put me up and I just totally went quiet. I didn't say a word. I've changed that on, I went back.
We need a one-to-one with you and Patrick Stewart. An interview.
Here's one for you. It's just come into my head. Why did you say that?
What, Big Wimmer? What?
Big Wimmer's flying, isn't it?
Vimmer, sorry. Yeah,
Tell you what,
brilliant, mate, innit?
Andy's up his arse, isn't he?
Oh,
And there's another guy that's desperate to keep the captain's armband in his hand there.
How did that happen? How did that come about?
The
Why
Vimmer.
you took it off a young foot?
Andy should always be
I
the
think
captain.
just-
He's like that, isn't he?
good decision, but innit?
I can understand it.
It's a good. It's good
like
for.
it?
I like
think it
the
was
fact
too
that
much
I like
on
the fact
Lennon?
that Lennon was a captain,
So did that.
and
That's
I
what
know
liked.
that his temperament, his mentality can handle it. But I think that at 18, just let them concentrate themselves.
Greeby.
Don't let them think.
So it must have had a slight effect on it. Must have maybe it was weighing on his kind of shoulders a wee bit. So if that was the case, it's a sensible thing.
coming in
But
now
sometimes
to
I don't
bring
like
a
that. Just take it off him right away and go, there you go.
I don't.
So, because that can affect him as well. So it's one of them, innit?
I think you're doing it for the right reasons. It's not to say, look, forget about everything else. Just go.
Aye.
Just go and enjoy.
I think it's the right decision, mate.
Aye.
I really do. I think I agree with you. I think it's a case of go and play son. Don't worry about.
Thank
what's
God you
happening.
agree with him on something.
I need Faddy and glad.
Thank you.
Did I ever tell you the time the your captain got injured, right? And he came to me and goes, he's injured for like 3 or 4 months now, you're going to be the captain for 3 or 4 months. I'm thinking, no chance. It's like 3 or 4 months, you're going to be the captain. Play the next game, mate, right? I have a fucking shocker. We get beat for Brentford. Took the captain. Did he?
How do you feel?
So were you never the captain again?
Until his last game, he made us captain, but that he just took it off. It's like, no for you.
See, I think that.
So how did you find that
Canio
out?
actually really liked you.
How did you?
He probably obviously seen it was effective.
But how did you find it?
He just went. He came after the game and went, never again.
Is that right? Well,
Never
simple
again.
as that. Right. Grab that up you.
We used to be busy running about that. He's falling down.
How the fuck am I the captain, man?
Pulling up for there. Like, he's falling down. Running. Like, look, Steph's in the crowd.
What's that?
That's the worst moment of my career, actually. I just came to you when you said
What's
that.
that day for you? But
Mate, big thing he made it as well. Brought us in his office. Next 3 or 4 months, you're my captain.
captain, I know,
And then he says to the boys, Simon's going to be the captain now again. After the game, he's like, never again. Something
Here's
else.
it.
Oh,
Doing the tickets and all that.
Did
I
you
get they bother here a couple of squares.
Sorted you a couple
Next
extra.
week, we would take. Fuck.
Do you have a laugh
I'm not
about
doing it.
Well, that's the skipper.
he took.
what did you do with the boys? Did you have a laugh bit?
Oh, they were pissing themselves.
Were they killing?
Pissing themselves laughing, mate.
But at least you can laugh
Real
about it.
badging, mate.
Aye.
Right, can Motherwell make the top 6?
God,
Yes.
Faddy.
Aye, they can.
Aye. That's
Talk us to the fixtures, Fanny.
good.
Because I brought them down. Big next one is a big one. St Mirren.
Home. So,
The home to St Mirren.
I think they'll beat something.
I'm playing with a lot of
When
confidence.
they play Aberdeen, Kelly and Hearts, I wrote it down because I couldn't remember it.
Aberdeen killing.
Aberdeen. See Aberdeen.
So
Tough.
I think they can. They are tough, but going to Ibrox is tough.
True.
So I think they can. I think that I've said it through. But once the season started to take shape, that there'll be a team fighting off that playoff, looking at that playoff spot in 11th that can make the top 6. And I still think that
Who you got? St Mirren, Motherwell.
St Mirren,
Aberdeen.
Kelly and Hearts.
Well, the fans were wanting better football, and he's certainly brought that now.
Now you better see them, didn't you?
I
You're like,
honestly really enjoyed watching them, mate.
Oh, you loved
Really enjoyed watching them. And again,
Oh, you said that. Actually,
I thought he maybe would change going to Ibrox, but Andy's like, nah, mate, it's the exact same game plan. Which I just think
Andy
is so
loves him.
refreshing, innit?
But you know, starting to demand more running.
They need to get fitter, he's told them that.
Oh, has he?
They need to get fitter.
Apparently, they've got to get their running stats up.
Your energy's half it, then.
My energy.
Is it cement hang on it? Sorry, mate.
He's got
too
to back
busy
on
thinking
you
about
that
what he's
pickle
making the
box or
work.
whatever you call
Usually
it.
you're
Pickle box.
I don't think you've got a better attitude than the radio. I feel.
Maybe, are you working tonight?
I'm not sitting next to a
Saving it
dick.
for the night?
He does it like any kind of stick in
Fucking fucking me.
He told us that before he hates criticism. Game
Oh, aye.
There's so much anger in that.
They're on your case.
Getting on, Fergie.
I want to stick up for him.
Exactly.
Well, why is it? Something's going on.
I'm taking a ready.
There's something causing it because he's usually really lively.
Well, he's been through a lot. When you think about stuff that's happening, he's cool.
Aye.
I think it's
You've been through what I've been
There's a lot
fucking through.
going on.
You'll know about it.
At his age.
Absolutely.
you thought you were Gordon Duncan's hero, weren't you? You thought you were in his paddy. They're devastated.
Ken, how low can you go? This wanker getting
Dick no wanker.
Ken,
You're an old jockey, he's a dick no wanker.
Right, I want to ask you your top six now. 4 games to go. Give your predictions. How's the top 6 going to look?
Celtic, Rangers, Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, St Mirren.
No, Dundee United.
Oh, fucking hell, aye. Aye, no.
You're right, he is a
Now
wanker.
give me 7.
No, Dundee United.
No, I'll just go with that set.
Right, what you
Oh
got?
no, Dundee United. Oh, the same one,
I don't
Dundee
know, I
United
don't know,
rather
I
than
don't know.
Derek.
Well, Internationally, Napoli. I don't know, I've been out to get...
Celtic, Rangers, Hibs.
Hibs, Hearts and Hibs. Hibs have been sensational
Yeah.
at the weekend.
Can somebody tell me the points with Dundee United
I've
and
got
St
it. St
Mirren?
St Mirren are...
I don't think St Mirren will get it.
Do you know
No,
Are St Mirren ahead of Dundee United
No.
points-wise?
No.
Dundee United.
Motherwell, I think, are 4.
Dundee United will get it, I think. I think they'll be 6.
No, Dundee United will get it. No, St Mirren.
They've got a guy who can score goals.
Yeah. But so St Mirren, Mandarin and Olasanya
I
on fire.
know, but I would fancy Dundee United before.
Can't get up.
Doesn't matter.
I think the...
Can I get up?
Oh, fuck. Dundee
7 points. He's putting all 7.
You're
For
just
me,
guessing
Hibs and
there.
Dundee
like,
United
ah, fuck, I'll throw St
are
Mirren
in.
in.
Then
Controversial.
I know that obviously they started so well. I think that
Celtic,
because of how they're playing, and I know they've had a few decent results of late, I think Aberdeen are in danger of dropping out of the top 6.
Arguing Aberdeen fan yesterday.
Good. I think
Good.
Based on why?
What were you arguing about?
Because
Sorry.
Sorry.
based on the fact that
Well,
they went up through that horrific run, and although they've had a few wins, a couple of wins, you just don't know. You just don't know what you're going to get at the minute.
What were they like?
I'm not saying they're going to drop out of the top 6, but I think they're in danger of
2-0
dropping.
done. So what were they like, Aberdeen?
I think they had the majority of the ball, but they concede. I said it on the podcast. They concede a lot of chances, mate.
Aye.
They concede a lot of chances in the game.
Not a day.
I think they're
Yeah, but-
scared with that run they've been on. That could affect them.
Depending on if Motherwell can maintain the levels, then you could see them winning. They probably need to win 2. They play St Mirren and then Aberdeen. If they can get a result in the 2 games, then they've got a great chance. It puts the pressure on Aberdeen. I think Dundee United will get the wins they need. Hearts are the other team that, alright, there's massive disappointment in the result in the second half performance against Hibs, but they've still shown they can go and they're capable of going on a run. So
Never mind the top 6. What about that St Johnstone? I'm starting to
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? I love him, mate, honestly.
Oh, mate.
I really hope he stays up just to see what he does next year with a full squad, he's in players, and
I'm
a full
starting
season.
to worry about them.
do you think if even if they go down, they should keep him?
100%, mate. 100%. He's made them so much better.
Good. He wants to play. You could see
Definitely,
that
Derek.
clearly. But
Yeah.
he was caught. Remember, I was saying he was caught in between. It was just one game's get a wee bit, and he went through that.
a shout to top 6.
But did they play well? Did they play
Aye,
good
play
stuff?
mate.
Aye, did
Aye,
they?
really do.
How far are they away?
I saw them. I watched them beat
Is
St
it
Mirren one night.
Kilmarnock's down there, Dundee.
Dundee Kilmarnock.
Aye. It was a St Mirren
3
game
behind Dundee.
that impressed me because they went out with you talked about a game plan and all, and they frustrated them. And then it was like after like the hour mark, they just went, right, we're going to go for it. We're going to try and win it. And they sneaked it 1-0.
He just seems like he's got a great way about him as well. I'd love to go in and
Breath
see
of
what he
fresh
does.
Aye.
Could you sort that, Paddy, now?
What?
Do you speak to him? You
Could
get
that
in there
sort
for a day?
to go in and train? Like,
No, like a day in the life, I'd love that with him.
He's coming for you. He's thinking about something. Look, I can see
You're
him.
coming back to me.
Aye,
Got that fucking right.
Right, quarterfinals at
Very
the
left.
weekend, lads. Massive game, Celtic v Hibs. Getting a bit of debate online. People saying Celtic, Hibs have no chance. Hibs fans are obviously going against that, saying they beat Celtic last time. Is it a different situation this game?
Celtic Park.
No,
take-
coming
I
off
take
a
that back.
European
I don't
game.
see it.
I think Aberdeen finished top 6. I take that back.
Right, okay.
Aye.
Hibs can win at the week. I said 2 weeks ago where I get slaughtered, where I said that Hibs have no chance. Obviously proved me wrong that day. I get absolutely annihilated for saying that. It was quite disrespectful for me.
Do you take it back?
No, because I live and die by it.
I thought you were going to just. I thought you were going to just be strong.
But Celtic were on the back of that Munich trip, weren't they?
No, but I don't go, not just that game, I go back to the game at Parkhead where Hibs were excellent against Celtic. I think Davy Greaves got a real good, obviously you see his results, I think he's got a good game plan against
They're
Celtic.
in a great run, Slaney, but Celtic, focused, cup, want to treble.
At Parkhead.
Everything.
Well, I think Celtic will win, but I don't...
Everything goes towards the Celtic win.
You're right, though, they have played well in two games
know.
against them. They've had
They'll be on it.
chances to win the game or get themselves certainly in a good position, which they didn't take at Parkhead, but they did at Easter Road. And I know that, you know, the argument is, oh, they were off the back of the Bayern game, which could have had a factor, but you just never know, do you? You still make Celtic favourites, and if they turn up, they're going to...
Big favourites.
Even if they don't play that well, but they didn't play well against Aberdeen.
Austin Mirren.
And it was
10 goals.
Aye, and it was clinical. So,
I can't see anything embarrassing.
That is an incredible run Hibs have been on to it.
Amazing.
I would even go as far as to say I think Celtic won that comfortably. There you go.
Tell you right.
it wouldn't surprise you, would it?
Yeah, with the players in Maeda in the form that he's in.
It's a bit like, see when early in the season Aberdeen were on this amazing run, get a good result at Celtic Park, then they go and play them in the League Cup, and it's...
That killed Aberdeen.
When it comes to the big boy
that's
stuff,
it. Listen, you've gave us a wee bit of bloody nose in the league. This is a cup, this is a must-win scenario. No chance.
So does anybody take Hibs at this table?
I'm going to say Celtic comfortably, just because Hibs fans absolutely roast me, man. See the messages that
Every
I know, mate, Aberdeen and Hibs just now are the big ones.
Why are Hibs right?
I don't know why.
You've stuck up for David Gray the whole time.
I don't know if I have. Anyway.
But at the start of the season, he was under pressure. You could tell they were still playing well. It was just wee mistakes that were costing them. Seemed to be every single week. I just love the fact that he's got through a tough spell and now come out the other side and doing really well.
Cadden's left it. I mean, what a delivery that is.
In the second half.
But his demeanour's no changed, isn't it?
No,
Even on the win. He's kind of same. It just tells you the way it is, which is
What
refreshing.
card are you talking about?
Nicky, his left foot's incredible.
Second half is a joke.
See, if you're a striker, mate, it's a dream, mate, isn't it?
Good player, isn't he?
Boss coming in constantly.
Where did he come from? Somewhere in England, wasn't it?
He was he went to Forest Green and then he went to Barnsley.
Good signing him.
So Celtic running the board there. What about the Hearts Dundee game? Is it more pressure on Hearts now because you just lost to Derby there?
No, I think Hearts Dundee are struggling, aren't they? They're losing too many goals. They're all over the place. They're not playing with confidence. Hearts have got too many good players. I thought Hearts, for part of the Derby, played very well.
First half.
I thought they dominated most of it. If I was looking at half time, I'm thinking Hearts have got to go and win.
Yeah, so did I.
But all credit to Hibs. No, I would imagine Hearts, as much as a Premier League clash, I would imagine Hearts.
Hearts are
6-0.
Hearts are a good side. In the Dundee, see I'm talking about you're scared by certain games and that, they 2-6.
That's right.
That weighs in your mind. I think it will be players, and I just think Hearts are a good side.
You think Hearts will stick with this diamond?
Aye.
Do you like it?
I quite like
I like it, aye.
I like
It
it.
gets the best out
Doesn't
the
get a lot of
forward
width in it. I know
Even
the
against-
fullbacks do, but there's no
Against
wingers out there,
Rangers,
is there?
I mean, the chances they had against Rangers, Cabango as well, you know, with that.
Aye.
And Shanklin's clever. So
he's
yeah.
good in that
He's
way.
a right
You've
man.
got Spittle that kind of peels out to the left, and Wilson makes the runs down the
Side
right.
ahead.
And Shanklin's
So
clever
it does
in that
work.
position.
I think having that three front line, Cabango,
Pace, power,
Wilson
innit?
and
And a-
Shanklin.
Again, a lot of debate
And a wee bit
I
of
seen on
craft.
Twitter about Hearts fans saying whether they should even offer Shanklin a new deal.
I would offer him a new deal.
They've got to, surely.
Depends how much the cash is.
Why would that be? Why would you not offer him?
Because
Aye,
he's not
because
scoring
he's
goals.
not
Scoring
Derby.
goals, and he'll be obviously wanting
It's
a
just
fortune.
reactionary, innit?
Go and look at it as a
not win
whole.
with that,
He's a right good player. Would I have him at Rangers? I'd have him at Rangers in a minute.
Still, would you? Huh?
Aye, of course I would. I think he's a right good player. Clever player as well.
Yeah.
People sometimes will look at the negatives of talk, sometimes a wee bit about body language, but he's had a few injuries this season as well. He was in
judging
it. They
him
were in it.
last year in the
Aye,
goals he scored for.
but then they struggled at the start.
I know that.
Go and watch the last few the games that I've watched them. I think he's been impressive.
See, when you looked in January when they let Boyce go, and you're a bit like, I mean, he's just get fit. That's a strange decision. But now when you look at how they're playing, Shanklin's playing the role that Boyce would. Boyce would still be a sub.
Yeah.
So Shanklin's playing that deeper one for Wilson and Cabango to use their energy and their running
Pace,
power to get
power,
in behind.
aye.
Here's one off the sheet. It's not on the sheet, sorry. Would Dundee fans take getting relegated to win the Scottish Cup?
No.
Yes.
No.
Would you though, as a manager or a player?
I would.
I would rather stay in the Premier League.
Would you?
I
Then win the
don't know
Scottish
because your
Cup.
wages are
Do
not
you want to
good.
know? I'm not so sure because
Scottish Cup for
maybe
the
take the
odd
Scottish
deal.
Cup
Cup,
Take your team
because you'll bounce
Can't
right
take
back
that-
up.
can't
I
take that
think you
away
would
from you.
bounce right back up for the
You're winning a
championship.
trophy.
That's it.
I know,
You're
but-
gonna come back up.
I don't.
Bounce back ability.
Callum Davidson won the Scottish Cup with St Johnstone.
Aye.
And fucking he's at Queen's Park.
I know, but he can always look back at you winning
a
that.
double cup winner.
I know, but
He's not going to look back and say I kept St Johnstone.
It's a great question.
but that's
This is the English debate, isn't it?
hold on. We go back to bread and
Win
butter.
the cup.
No, bread and butter. Let's
It's
get
a
back to
great
the
question
old
because I think if we did win the Scottish
sheet.
Cup, it'd be amazing. And then, but I think it would come straight back up.
Bin they sheets, mate?
I know it's
Oh,
what.
So he needs to bin they sheets. That was a great question.
that was a good question.
Thanks, mate.
But
One,
well-
one in 9 years, no bad. So what are you saying? Scottish Cup?
Win the cup
Scottish
for
Cup
me.
all day.
Win the cup for me.
Bollocks.
And the reason being because I've just said I'll keep saying because I think it would come straight back.
When was the last
What about as a
time?
player?
When was the last time
As a
Dundee won
player?
a
Are we
trophy?
talking about managers or players? Oh, Dundee's not won it for.
For what?
I had her legs up in the air last time she won. Oh. So, no, that was last
I was going to say something. Was it
What did you
too much respect there for mothers there?
She's on holiday, she'll not see this.
No, I think
But your wages get cut. Your wages will probably
Mate,
get cut in half.
exactly, and you're not a chance.
Seriously.
For one day that nobody fucking... Well, you
For
okay.
one day.
After that, you're then preparing for a championship to go to... You look at the
You win it.
championship, right, where it be who's in the air,
Championship's
Fairman,
a dream.
all these... Oh, God.
But
Great
see when I
league,
see when I
so
came
mad.
through at Motherwell, oh, it was 91 cup team. See the whole time I played there, and when I went back, 91
Yeah.
cup team. How good a day
That's
was
a
it?
good
Look
day.
at that.
That's a good
Winning the
example.
cup.
That's a good example.
Right.
Aye, they're-
You don't- you
they're
get
real,
nothing.
aren't they?
You get nothing apart from
Aye.
well done for doing your job for staying in the division.
That's a
Win a trophy.
great example.
Win
that
a
as well.
trophy.
Win a trophy and get relegated.
Really good,
honestly,
did they?
I've never
I missed
heard a
this.
bigger
But your relegation's no permanent.
Man.
Your relegation's no permanent. Winning a trophy's, that's it, you've won it.
Aye.
The club has that in the trophy cabinet.
See that?
You've got the medal for life and you can bounce back. Whether it's the next year or the year later.
But then you have to cut your wages,
this is like
your
just-
staff, the
I'll
style
fucking
of
hold on, I'll get
players
here.
that you're...
Do you? How do you have to cut your wages?
Because that's what happens when you go down the championship.
Sometimes.
You're gone.
Sometimes.
Your home crowd...
Kelly went down,
your
they didn't
home
cut any
crowds-
wages.
your
Levy
home
went down, they've
crowds
not
will
cut any
come down.
wages.
You'll attract...
They've just
you'll
won the
not
cup
attract
in the last
same
day of the
players.
season.
Oh, the hills
Oh,
are
bollocks,
alive.
man.
Oh, what about Dick, you know that? On the Hang Me challenge. That was
There's a
brilliant,
hole
wasn't
in
it?
your bucket.
There's
There's a hole in your bucket.
Your lies are. And then
by
you
the
get the
way-
words wrong.
By the way, but I have to pull yous up.
Oh no.
Drinking water. Dick
mate,
didn't
didn't
take
want to
any
do
of
me
it.
a
He didn't take any of it.
Kept going at me, I've got fucking diabetes.
Diabetes. He fucking tucked
Is
right
he?
into that milkshake at the end, didn't he? He's like, I can't eat the wings,
Was
diabetes,
he
too
asking
much
for
sugar.
them in pink?
We never forgot to ask him it.
Oh, thank
Shall we
you.
go?
The Arne Schwarzenbach was amazing.
That
mate.
moist.
I would have loved
How
it.
funny was that? I forgot about Arnie Schwarzenbach.
They were brilliant.
Oh,
Aye,
amazing.
Two of the
That's
best team,
solid,
mate.
eh?
Two of the best.
Right, what else we got? Livy, your team.
Yeah, my favourite team in... My second favourite team in the full country.
You know they're not going up a Beer or Falkirk now, innit?
What do you mean?
Right.
I
Do you
think
know
it'll
how
be
they
Ayr or
win a
Falkirk.
playoff?
They could,
Nah, the
actually.
playoffs are fucking hard for the championship team, isn't it?
This will be it's the most
What are we talking about?
open championship for the start of the season. I think this will be one of the toughest playoff teams to beat.
Ah, you're
It's
right.
Livy
Don't why
or
got. They
Falkirk.
just want to win the Scottish Cup. Fucking
Absolutely.
No, I mean just we Davy.
So have you
win the
offered Davy
Scottish
now to
Cup.
go up or to win the Scottish Cup?
There you go. What would he take?
I think you take
Scottish Cup.
Oh, fuck off.
I genuinely do. I get your argument. I genuinely do.
Right, hold on.
For a club.
Here we go again.
Right, here's one. I'm going to sweat for
Only
you.
because he can stash stuff in the.
I'm going to sweat for you. I'll guarantee the bonus to win the cup is more than to stay up. What you taking?
I'm talking about a bonus selfishness. I'm going
is
for the
good.
cash.
So you're going for the cup?
But for the club, getting up must be the priority. Must be.
Win the cup, you're in Europe.
This is brilliant. You're spot on.
It's a good, you gave a good example there. Aye.
The 91 team.
Surely you'd rather
That, the
go through-
revered,
go
remember.
through your career and go, here, voided relegation, 15 seasons, one fuck all.
You do down.
But your wages are more. You're getting more through
You
your
don't know
door
that,
for
though.
your club.
You
your
don't know
problem.
that.
I
You're
do know.
maybe right.
You don't.
He just half it a wee bit this Thursday.
Well, I'm you fuck off. Oh, for fuck's sake,
You've been
man.
absolutely battered.
Jesus, don't worry.
Fucking
Can I get some drink? Okay, shot.
By the way-
Are you on the drink?
I got my
That's what's wrong with you.
I need a drink, mate.
It's my birthday
Definitely,
in
mate.
Old Firm game. I'm going on it after the show.
right?
I'm having a couple of
And
mixed
that will be
glasses,
the-
16th.
Guinness.
I'm going.
Get the Guinness.
Aye.
I'm craving a Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
He's back now.
Aye, son, that's-
I'm going to have a couple of Guinness. I'm
Good
going to
stuff.
phone every fucking one of you. Slaughter me. Wankers.
I'll be a cracker.
was
sign
only-
that.
Home at St Johnstone.
Must be a private party he's having, eh?
I need to say I fancy St Johnstone.
Do you really play?
I fancy St Johnstone.
Good, by the way, it doesn't sound like it, but I think it'll be a good game.
Be a cracker.
So do I. I think it will be. a
Because
good-
Livy will try and play as well.
Yeah.
And they'll play with a bit
How
of
were they
energy.
not in each last night, which is...
Rafe. Mad.
They're
They're out it now.
After draw me official, we had to try.
They're not out it.
Do you think?
No,
I
they all-
can't see Aaron.
They all need to play each other. They all need to play each other. I think Falkirk have to go to Livy as well.
What's the difference? 3 points? Is it 3 points?
It's 3 to Ayr and 4 to Livy, I think.
40, aye. Aye, Livy have got to play the game more, haven't
They
they?
drew Thistle as well. They drew at the weekend as well, didn't they? The last two they drew.
I got you tickets for Thistle and you never turned up.
Aye,
That's your last day.
You
were not- no,
Me and him went.
You're a
I
liar.
swear to God, we picked the tickets up.
And you never got us a my text, Will, or myself. You said you hadn't texted him.
On my life.
Did you? Right, us. Just
On my
pass on the wee
life. I
mushrooms
says, make
message.
sure you look after the boy.
But do you know what? See Davies, I actually,
So about the Scottish Cup, innit?
I'm not a big fan of Astro just the way my body feels and it always.
You can disagree with Dave if you
No,
want, mate.
but I don't. In fact, personally, I don't like Astro just the way my body feels. But I agree with him where Astro, if that game on Friday was on Astro with Thistle and Livy, that would have been a much better game.
Think so?
I do think so.
Oh, and Livy's Astro.
I love his Astro's not the best.
no
though.
good.
But I mean,
Airdrie's
a good
is good.
Astro. I think a good Astro's good. But see that pitch on Friday, it was awful. It was absolutely.
But
that
I
means
agree with
Thistle
you.
did play, but Thistle did play
They
better.
did play
didn't
football.
they? They did.
By the way, Livy actually, once they brought on Kelly and McAleer,
Yeah.
actually played better football. So I'm not saying that the other ones can't play. I get what you're saying. That
Oh, but
you maybe get a better game in Astro. You wouldn't have had a better game on Livy's Astro. Definitely no. I don't think so.
The Astros are good now. They're even getting better.
But if you get an Astro,
Aye.
there
Well-
should be a standard that you
Aye.
need to not put in, because you can put in whatever you want, how much it gets used, how often it's renewed, how much you maintain it. Airdrie's is good, Falkirk's is good, Livy's isn't good.
Zaki's no good.
Aye,
Zaki's is good.
Chipper needs to stop rubbing his arse on that Astro.
Every moment.
He's ruining it. Every
I would
moment.
I'd rather play in an
8:45
Astro
he
than
does
even Dingwall. Have you seen that?
Aye, look, I think a lot of the teams they've suffered because of how bad the weather was.
Aye.
It's
But that's
a lot
always
of the
been like
pitches
that.
have
It's always
taken
been a heavy
doing.
part of that. And they're always going to get a bit of doing weather-wise.
I just hate when the game's on the telly and it's
Shit.
an Astro turf in the top league.
It looks rubbish. It looks rubbish.
Needs must sometimes, innit? But
I don't agree. I think that they should be put more into getting the pitches
I just
better
agree.
and grass.
You'll get a better product, won't you? Right, last one. Aberdeen take on Queen's Park. Queen's Park, any chance here?
I don't know.
nah. I know it's weird, isn't it?
They'll just do exactly what they done at Ibrox sitting. You had to beat, hope for a set piece, free kick.
Aye.
I don't think Aberdeen will pump them.
But when they opened up
I don't think
at
they'll be
Ibrox, they showed that they can play a wee bit, get a wee bit about them. So they have, but no, I think they'll go in with the same tactics. But no, I think Aberdeen will.
I think Aberdeen will get the job done.
Aye.
Well, this is this one where obviously I said earlier, and I have to change my mind, that they might drop at the top six. I think they'll finish in the top six, but Aberdeen, if they play at their best, you're looking at who's left in the cup. No, it's a realistic aim for them to go and win the cup. Celtic are obviously the team to beat, but you just never know, do you?
You're just, see if you're any of the tears praying for not get Celtic.
of course.
Oh, you're pining for the winner of Livingston and St Johnstone.
Would you think
Don't know, by the
Aberdeen
way.
would rather have a Scottish Cup or top six?
Why are you looking at me?
Scottish Cup.
I've had enough.
What would you rather win, the Scottish Cup or get your holiday?
Oh, God.
That's-
Fuck the Scottish Cup. I played in Scottish Cup finals. I'd rather be banging. I'll tell you. You get
That's a
better
wee bit
sensation.
different because the Scottish Cup you get into Europe, didn't you? But I think you would always want to win a trophy.
Yeah, it's been the best show. I think this is going to be the
You
best show
doodling?
10 year.
Are you doodling?
I've only been going for 8, but
It was A1 Jews used to host in his bedroom. The first one. on the pirate radios with the CB.
Edit that in 10 years' time. Oh, you talk
right on the coop, lads. All you can pick a coop now. The
4 homes for me.
I think I think it. We're all
Love
the
you beat
same.
St Johnstone.
Yeah.
I'd go 3 homes in St Johnstone to beat Love.
Aye, same here. Hearts, Celtic, Aberdeen, St Johnstone.
I'd go 3 homes and
You going to go, Livy?
draw Livy St Johnstone.
Oh,
There's always a wee
Aye, it was
there's always
something.
a wee
the FA Cup at the weekend. Penalties all the time,
I
isn't it?
know.
It's brilliant.
I agree with Faddy. I think Livingston, St Johnstone draw, but I think St Johnstone will beat them in penalties 5-4.
I know we don't normally talk about it, but did Jenny's watch PSG last night?
Aye,
Oh,
it was
first time it hit.
Oh my God.
What about
How
the
did they win
two?
that game?
Amazing. I don't know.
How many players were
I went out, like I watched it and I'm thinking, how are they not winning here? Went out to do something, come back in and I'm like,
drooling,
no
weren't
way.
you? What about the
No,
wingers?
Liverpool scored.
Was that penalty?
Scary.
What about the
Oh,
Steph
Faye
Moore?
Napoli, wow.
He is
Wow.
brilliant, isn't he?
Wow. See when he signed, I was like,
two wide
what's
men.
he doing going there? That's a terrible move.
Aye.
Oh my
Who's-
God, he
aye.
was unbelievable.
I'm terrible with names, and the wee fella in the middle of the park as well.
Vitinha was in a choke control the
Wasn't
whole
he?
game.
Wasn't he?
It was amazing.
Do you think they could win at Anfield?
Aye, I do.
I hope
Don't
they
get
do.
me wrong,
I don't really
Liverpool,
like
different
style.
animal.
What is it?
He kind of sits half the game. I've seen him.
They can't play that bad again. They can't.
Was it a
They
penalty?
were
kick?
amazing.
I don't think it was in the box, but it's a red card.
I thought it was a penalty kick.
a red
Looked, you get away with it, didn't he?
I
How
thought it
good's
was a
Alisson,
penalty.
man?
But see, do you know what I can't understand? Is how the ref doesn't. It looks far worse in real time when you see it. You go, what's he waiting for?
Aye. How'd he get away
Mate,
with it?
I've never seen a team the players dribble so much.
That's
They
brilliant.
just
man.
kept
seen it.
Dembele or.
Oh, they were.
Aye, the white
Next
men,
time.
weren't
Weren't
they?
they
1v1.
brilliant?
That's what I'm saying. Used to would love
They
that.
were
man.
Oh, that's doing brilliant. We'd have fitting right in that team.
I could see, used to in a wide area. Just feed you the.
Erin, before we go, you want to ask him anything else?
Aye. Maybe. Get your horn off my knee and all.
You know.